protection there. So just a single, making them earn every run here to get to whatever the target is. A huge crack. That ball deviated back in the previous over. Just get down, get Foxy down to have a look at this, the state of this pitch on day 4.
Hey, those cracks have opened up, haven't they? There's not a lot right down the middle there, and they seem to be outside the off stump, both ends, but with that angle, they can come right into play.
They're dishing out some chin music.
Yeah, what's Pete Cummins? He's just putting in the memory bank.
He's like, okay, that's a few, that IAU, about 15 k's quicker. There's enough there to worry though in the eye line.
Yeah, when you look down the pitch as a batsman, you don't really want to see that. You want to see a nice white even surface, not big cracks.
Like he's getting a bit fed up with this, Pat Cummins. Sick of ducking. The good thing is that there's no cracks running across the pitch, isn't it? They're all running up and down, stump to stump. So once they start going across, that's
trouble.
That's real trouble. But there's the run chasers, successful run chasers. Fair while ago. All of those games a fair while ago.
Got 60 more than that at the moment, 295. 236, the highest run chase. 59 in front of that. Well, it's got to be a wide.
No ball was called.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know about that. First warning for intimidatory bowling. I mean, it's Test cricket. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Not sure Pat Cummins would agree with it either as a fast bowler.
Bats at number 8.
Well, it's fine. Like, I mean, Pat Cummins has dished out that many short things to. He's prepared to take it on. Thakur says, well, I'm still going to go short and challenge him.
I can understand maybe to a number 11 or a 10 maybe, but a number 8 in Test match cricket.
Look, I think even these days, guys that are batting at number 11, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know about. You can't pin the poor number 11, Natarajan or someone.
All I know is that Australia have dished out enough.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Lead 299. Hazelwood in the background there. He had the pads on earlier. I think he's still got the forearm guard there.
No, they want more than 300.
Yep.
Steve Smith's still got his shorts on there to the right. Tim Payne hasn't got his whites on. No, more. They want more.
Another entertaining over of Test cricket completed. 8 for 266.
Every road you've never travelled, every dress you've never worn, every breath you've never taken, every beat you've never felt, every welcome you've never known. Welcome to a journey you've never imagined. Welcome to Arabia, Saudi.
This is such a great turn of events. You know, we were expecting the worst. All that talk about the Storm coming in and robbing us of hours of play. And yes, inevitably that shower came, but how quickly we're back on the ground. The cricket lovers, whoever the supporting, will be delighted with what they're seeing. Hardly any time lost. I don't think any overs have been docked or we're trying to make up time here. Lead though is now 299. And as I speak, 300 runs lead for Australia.
Doesn't look like they're in any hurry either in the dressing room. David Warner's not got the whites on, no change, perhaps no imminent declaration. 300 ticks over. They'll have all the latest details on radars and what might happen weather-wise, so that it appears that if there was any rain around, you'd think that they'd perhaps pull out now, or a bit of rain around tomorrow. So perhaps that's looking good as far as the rain is concerned.
It's a good question to pose to an English cricketer, because weather is such a big part of English cricket. That's 6. That's gone for a 6. Just a bit of a swivel of the upper body. That's all it takes. Nathan Lyon.
I love the swagger. The swagger. We've seen 2 of the best shots he's played for a long time. One that little pull there for 6, and one that on drive, which we saw in the first innings. I love the little swagger as he plays. We might be able to pick it up after this. But just check out. There you go. Don't bowl short to me. I'll just dispatch you. 100th Test match. I think he's got 3 wickets to get 400. So for now, his focus is on boundaries with swagger.
Don't bowl it there, Siraj. Bit of swing. 2 extreme variations from Siraj. There was the short ball that went for a 6. The next a Yorker. How much do you give importance to a weather forecast in a situation like this?
Oh, good question. Good question. I mean, you have to, really, don't you? You just try and scour all bits of different information you can glean. But yeah, I think in this situation, if it was me and if it was back in England, yeah, absolutely, you'd be looking as much detail rather as you can, and just trying to work out how that's going to affect what happens moving forward. You have, I think you have to do.
Basically, trust the weather forecast, or you'll remain skeptical about it.
I think you'd have to trust them. You'd have to trust it to a large degree. I mean, inevitably there might be a bit of discrepancy between a few. You'd have to. The radar's the key. When I played, I mean, the radars are better than when we played, but the radar, you go to the groundsman's shed there, and he'd have the latest details, and you'd go with that. I would anyway. And more times than not, that was pretty much spot on.
That's interesting. Radar in the groundsman's shed or room, the club groundsman. Yeah. Some empty bottles of alcohol. Another slog. He's missed it this time. 274 for 8. David Warner still in his training gear or relaxing gear. Andrew McDonald there, coach Rajasthan Royals in the IPL. In the air and taken. Mayank Agarwal takes the catch. It's not happy. That's wicket number 4 for Shardul Thakur.
Yeah, and he's unmoved for now, so we're going to crack on. More runs required. Shake of the head. But he's played another decent hand in search of quick runs. This time slaps it straight to extra cover. Simple catch for Mayank. his role will be with the ball a little later on, perhaps even in a half an hour or so. 274 for 9.
Yes, Middleman. 5 to come.
Akuru might get a 5 for here. Well stopped. He's one of those guys, Nick, who can bowl the Yorker, get the bouncer in, so he's not bad to tail under, and he'll be fancying his chances. He's got 4 for 54.
I've been hugely impressed. Hustling fast bowler, he can get his speeds up to late 80s. As you rightly say, he's got the ability to bowl Yorker and bouncer, but also bowls a good length as well. He wasn't happy with himself there at all, Nathan. No, he did I pick out the one fielder.
Something else. Did he come out with the impression that the declaration might come at 300 runs or something? Just seemed that it was just more than the dismissal that got him a bit infuriated, the way he was leaving the pitch. Hazelwood bats left-handed, bowls superbly right-handed. He's been, along with Cummins, the pick of the Australian bowlers. 2 5-wicket hauls. It's going to be a danger guy because he uses that channel outside the off more than anyone else. Shardul Thakur, how impressive he's been. Yeah, just watching him. You know, he's played that. Could be getting out. Is there something else as well? But just a little hard to understand that it could be so angry just getting out. And that continued right till the end. He was shaking his head. It looked livid. Anyway. Shot. Well, no feed, but lots of bat on that one.
He does play a lovely cover drive. You wouldn't teach that. It was pretty unconventional, feet moving way outside leg stump, but he enjoyed it and we enjoyed it.
It's just great to see players smile on the field. Something actually, you lose ability
do you know what? That's one of my abiding memories of this Test match. Actually, Ajinkya Rahane. Every time the camera goes onto Ajinkya Rahane, the captain, he's got a smile on his face. I mentioned earlier, Pant and Rohit and Pujara in the slips having fun. It's infectious. It's great to see. They'll have to get their heads down in a short while, though, the top order, because they're going to be out there, I think, quite soon.
Right, 278 for 9. Right, Mohammad Siraj has got 4 as well. So there's a battle here between two young bowlers, young to the Indian team. and who's going to get a 5-wicket haul. Last wicket remaining. Siraj has got 4. That was absolutely brilliant to get Labuschagne, the Matthew Wade down the leg side. Steve Smith gets one on the handle and the glove. And this one just happened a little while back. So Siraj versus Thakur for the 5-wicket race. Slow ball, it's gone up in the air. Not too long, but long enough. Saini running backwards, getting in the slow ball to get that wicket. Siraj. Pat Cummins with that strike. 6.
Yeah, it was a slow ball, almost buying it. Trying to buy the fifer, buy the wicket. Slow ball, go straight up. It went up, but it went a long way as well. Good strike, super strike.
.317 runs in front. There's a couple of questions to you, Nick, as we see something of interest on the screen shortly. Best figures in an innings. It's just an incredible story that they've got into that list.
Absolutely. I mean, you think of the editorial, the story before this Test match, 1-1, and you think of unbeaten. Fortress Gabba, unbeaten. They're so dominant on this ground. 31 years they haven't lost a Test match. Unbeaten. 31 years. And you've got 2 young guys just starting out on that list. Extraordinary. It really is extraordinary. And it bodes so well for the future.
Yeah, when you look at those numbers, you just realize how special Test cricket is, because you go way back. There's a name there, Lala Amarnath, 1947. That was the first time India toured Australia. So for a long time, India had not won a series in Australia until 2018 happened. 71 years. There's Lala Amarnath, 4 for 84. Kapil Dev, we would expect Zahir Khan, Madan Lal, Prasanna, Bishal Singh Bedi, amidst all those names, Siraj and Shardul Thakur.
And hopefully it'll have a really profound effect on them as individuals, because you know, and I know, we're lucky enough to have played Test cricket and have a measure of success, you more than I. But it's not until you do it, it's not until you get that 5 or the 4 wickets or the 50 or the 100, it's not until you actually do it that you I feel, you correct me if I'm wrong, that you genuinely believe that you can do it. You genuinely believe you belong in that arena. So the confidence that these guys will have got from doing this against an Australian side in these conditions will remain with them for a long time. Hopefully kick them on to bigger and even better things down the line. So, ooh, why not? Why not? Well, yeah, I think it would have been close. It would have been really close. 286 for 9.
Shardul Thakur 4 for 58. Gone short. There's a third man in place as well. And Mohammad Siraj is going to be one of those characters that the cameras will be fascinated by. He'll somehow just get attention because of the way he is. If he had a shy, there was fair crack at getting a Hazelwood run out, but his reaction after that was priceless. Not this one, there was one before that. But he's one of those guys, I think he'll get a lot of attention as long as he's playing cricket for India. It's all very natural. Nice little tap there, but they've got a fielder for exactly that reason. It's the first time Pujara has fielded a third man in his life. Now this was 1996, and I think Nick Knight featured in that series, Me Too, so it's a nice coincidence that we are in commentary. So there were 6 debutants in that series, because we've seen a few in this series. So let me just count those names quickly for you. The famous ones, Ganguly, Rahul Dravid, there was Vikram Rathod, there was Sunil Joshi, Venkatesh Prasad and Paras Mhamre. The 6 guys who played for India on that tour of 96. And were the ones who played in this series, who made debuts in this series. Got Washington here, right here. Shubman Gill, Mohammad Siraj, Natarajan and Navdeep Saini, the debutants in this particular series.
As well as all the great cricket and the great moments we've seen over the 4 test matches, and we've got a day to go yet, it will be one of my memories actually, because you think of Australia and you think of, well, you just mentioned India and some of the players that have emerged through this series, and you think of Australia, well, Bogowski might be one to keep an eye out for moving forward. Cameron Green would be another. First time really we've seen them in international cricket, in test match cricket, and they might just be around for quite some time.
Wide ball.
So yeah, those questions I forgot about. What is the likely target? If it happens, I mean, all out, that equation doesn't come to play. Then, where's the money? On India getting to that target, or you think Australia in a stronger position?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of runs with what we've just seen in the last, 30 overs. The ball just... I think it's still a good surface to bat on, but I think there's enough there for the ball. And naturally, your eye is taken back, and your thoughts are taken back to the SCG, where India was so resilient, fought through the final parts of that test match. But I see conditions very different here. And I think the extra bounce and the pitch just being a little harder, perhaps a little quicker bounce and uneven bounce, I think that job is going to be a bit tougher. So right now, 288 for 9. Australia in the ascendancy with a lead of 322, but don't discount India, because I don't think anyone can with what's happened in the series so far. Someone play a cameo and Mahani or Pujara or Rohit Sharma, it's whatever happens is possible, but I would say Australia in the ascendancy right now.
Made a good point in the show, the Tolex training show, about the Shardul factor and Washington Sundar down the order. So the batting lineup Australia will look at with some respect. But the big difference from Sydney and this is this pitch is a little more decrepit than the one that we saw in Sydney. Both looking for that 5-wicket haul. The first for both of them. 75 overs done. 289 for 9.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't get there in time, we will lose 1,600 men, your brother among them.
He's asking for some fielders to drop back on the boundary. So a little interesting moment here from India's standpoint, with 2 fast bowlers, one playing in his third, the other in his second test match. The get 5 wickets here. Now this is just highest totals, not the highest run chases to win a test match, and the one that's right at the top, which happened recently. Well done. Slip fielding has been good. Rohit Sharma has been exceptional. Yeah, Harsha Bhogle was in commentary when he revealed that the match that we're talking about right at the top was a pink ball test match, day-nighter.
Yeah, and you look at how India might win this game. Maybe I'm old-fashioned here, Sanjay, but I look at the senior players. The way Washington Sundar will play is great, and he can bat at number 5 and 6 and 7 and Shardul, etc. But I'm looking at the senior players: Rohit Sharma, Ajinkya Rahane, Pujara. Can they score the lion's share of the runs, and can they do something absolutely incredible? Just gets back. Because it will take something incredible, the highest run chase on the ground, so it'll take something incredibly special. And I think you look at your senior players to get you over the line here, and anything you get from your younger and perhaps more inexperienced players is a bonus. That's the way I see it anyway. How do you see it?
See, considering, let's have a look at this now, had he collected and just flicked it back,
Middle.
a la Dhoni style, or a la Dhoni. The way I look at it, yeah, he's come out. I think it's coming very shortly. 325 might be the magic number. Oh, nice cracking shot there. Is there a fielder behind him? No, only the boundary rope, so they get 4. And let's have a look towards the dressing room.
He don't want to go anywhere. He's thinking, I'm enjoying this. Another cover drive I've just unfurled. Imminent now.
The last time they showed us the dressing room, Steve Smith was batting. He had a bat in his hand, just shadow practicing. So the way I look at it, 327. There are a couple of batsmen in that Indian team, Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant. Now for them, this is a very... oh, there's a third man there, and rightly placed. Shardul Thakur won't get the fib, but he's taken a catch to get his mate, get a 5-wicket haul. How beautiful is that?
That's terrific, isn't it? What a combination they've been for India. What work he's put in, he fully deserves it, and deserves all the accolades and the praise that he's getting right now. The emergence of a young Indian bowler who's had quite an impact on this series.
I rarely get emotional, but that was really an emotional moment. Shardul Thakur embracing Mohammad Siraj. He's also somebody who is not afraid to hide. You know, he's not somebody who will hide his emotions. We saw it at one of the national anthems, and this means a lot to him. And that little embrace, Shardul Thakur, 4 wickets, Mohammad Siraj 5. Glenn McGrath would be pleased that he's raised the ball to the crowd. Well done, Mohammad Siraj. Since that first over on his test debut, he's just impressed one and all. With his attitude, he's got the skills too, and it seems like everybody loves him.
Yeah, it's great that everyone's out there congratulating him. Brilliant stuff from Siraj. Lots of starts: 38, 48, 25, 55 for Steve Smith, and then contributions down the order. So 294, they have a lead of 327, so 328 for India to win. Now, I think 27 overs, or just, yeah, maybe